everybody. I'm Will Munn. Welcome to the Adept Icarus YouTube channel. We're going to be doing a live stream today of Arium Create. We're going to use Arium to build a realm for the upcoming game Vi the Ancestrals. Got a couple of guests here with us today, so we'll go ahead and bring them in so that you can see them. But just before that, if you want to know, take me to the top of the tallest tower, but I ain't jumping, my friends. I am not jumping. All right. Next, let's bring in Adept Icarus collaborator, well-known friend, and altogether awesome person, M. Earhart.
That's me. That's all the introduction that you really need to know about M. Earhart. I'm a person that collaborates with other people. Also, I do have a basement full of games, and it really depends if you consider many rule books, torture devices, and many dice. I don't think I have much beyond that.
Awesome. Thanks for joining.
My pleasure.
Then we have a super special guest today. That's right. Kris McClanahan from Deeply Dapper is joining us today. Kris, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I am an artist. I do some RPG creation stuff. For a long time, I did just cons nonstop, like 20 plus cons a year, selling geeky soaps and candles and assorted other ephemera.
Yeah.
I do live in it's technically a haunted murder roadhouse, not a mansion. It's strange though. Yeah, we moved to the middle of nowhere in Pennsylvania and bought an old used roadhouse hotel place that we are turning into our home.
That's so cool and very daring.
Yeah, Chris's backgrounds change from time to time. I game with him on occasion, right? And his backgrounds change from time to time. And I had to ask today because this was a new background. I'm like, now is that real or is that green screen? And this is actual. This is real.
This is the former pool hall in the bar here.
What?
Yeah, isn't that cool?
Currently one of the only rooms that has electricity that's reliable enough for me to have my office set up. So this is where I am right now.
What is your life, Kris?
Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, I've got this place has like a massive bar that we're going to turn into a big game room, tiki bar area.
Oh.
And it's got 7 old coal miner hotel rooms upstairs that some of them don't even have electricity from when they were originally built still. And it's a madhouse. And we've got 6 dogs running around here, and it's crazy, but it's fun.
That sounds amazing, honestly. I'm so excited for your very unique perspective for this realm building. We can bring some of these vibes, these chaos vibes.
I hope so. We just got done raising puppies for the last 2 months, so my chaos vibe is definitely at full tilt.
That'll do it. Well, very cool. Well, thanks for joining us. Kris has never actually played Arium Create, so this is going to be, it's going to be his first time playing Arium Create, and we are going to build a realm for Vi. Vi is just like a really cool TTRPG that Em and I have been working on for, I don't know, a year.
A year.
A year, yeah. Well, I think we've got another year ahead of us, probably.
Sounds like
there's quite a
one
lot.
of you
There's a
is
lot to do.
More excited about working with the other than the other.
No one is ever excited about working with me. That's my secret. Yeah.
It's like the Hulk, but worse somehow. I don't know.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm always unpleasant.
Yep. If you've never watched anything about Arium or played Arium before, I'll just give a little overview of that. And Arium is just an overarching world universe setting and adventure seeds containing fascinating landmarks, people, and items. We build it together collaboratively as a group. And the really cool thing about this is because Vi is actually a multiverse game. So we've got 22 different multiverses. It's based on the major arcana cards or the trump cards in a tarot deck, we spend a lot of time building out cool worlds for this. And so far we've built, how many have we built, Em? 10?
Yeah,
9,
I
10?
think this
10?
I think this is going to be 11.
This is 11. This is the halfway mark.
All
There was
right.
screaming and crying and rejoicing across many states.
Yeah, a lot of that. Exactly. All right. Well, should we take a look at our grand and glorious board and see where we want to get started?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Here we go. Ooh, what is interesting about the tower?
Many things are interesting about the tower. First off, the concept of having this strong, tall building that has an unstable foundation where a single bolt of lightning can bring it crumbling to the ground. Like, that's pretty cool about the tower.
Mm-hmm.
I think it also comes right after the Death Tarot card.
Yeah,
That
I'm not
is-
super familiar with tarot in general. Like, I'm like familiar about the outskirts of it and kind of the concept in general, but beyond playing this Vi a couple of times with Will, I'm not really experienced with the tarot aspect of it. So it's kind of exciting.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I have quite a few decks. I think they're kind of neat. This one we found a couple of really, really cool ones to show as examples up above. And then we found one that's just a tower of pancakes, which is,
It had to be
Also-
included, okay?
yeah,
Let me see
it
if I can
did.
get that on the stream there. The
I'm
tower.
okay with that. I love that.
Yeah. I mean, why not, right? It's a tower. It's
Just a
You know,
diner
creaky
world
and-
where all the servings are gigantic and
That's a real good concept, though.
it really is. Yeah.
everything's 1950s and
Uh-huh. Yes.
So we're not going
well-
super hard on our world building based like on the card itself. We are taking a lot of the themes for it, but we can feel comfortable branching off a bit too.
Yeah,
Be
for sure.
creative.
Should we review the themes before we
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
get started?
Yeah, we can totally do that. Let me just
Okay.
zoom on here. So,
Awesome.
do you want to talk about that, Will? You want me to talk about that?
Oh, please.
All right. So, basically, there are many themes when it comes to tarot cards. When they're upright and when the tower is upright, this can generally mean misery, distress, ruin, indignance, adversity, calamity, disgrace, or deception. And then if you like flip this to the opposite side, it has like a different meaning. It's like when it's reversed. And we have themes in our worlds where people go through golden ages and dark ages. And we've been lightly basing like the concept around the first one with maybe tones of like the second card here. So you can see right here we have according to oh my goodness, can I read? According to one account, the same in a lesser degree, also oppression, imprisonment, and tyranny. And I brought my little tarot book because it had a couple different descriptions that I thought would be interesting to go over.
yeah.
So upright, it also suggests massive change, upheaval, catastrophe, rebuilding, and revelation, which I actually might add to there in a minute. And then in the
Interesting.
reversed is feeling trapped, delaying disaster, fear of pain, and avoidance. So this we have a lot of potential for actually a fairly dark world if we wanted to go that way.
Yeah.
yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I do too. Some of our worlds are, well, like one of them has basically no violence at all. One of these realms that we built. And it's funny because, you get in there with characters who are maybe like, prepped for violence, right? And they show up here and they're like, oh, if I do violence, everything's going to go really wrong. That's kind of interesting. But also we have flip side, like, some things that are much more prepped for violence and things like that. So I think this is a great opportunity that you could maybe get sort of a weird mix of both. Might be really fun. Where it's like, ooh, if you do violence, then things are going to get violent really fast. But maybe if you don't, then, maybe it's different. I don't know. It's interesting. Some interesting ideas. So the way that Arium works, for anyone who hasn't seen Arium before, we have 7 steps that we can go through as part of an Arium create session and building a world or a realm together. We create the output of this world or realm together, and then later on, Em and I go and figure out how to apply the rules of Vi to it. So, and we've done some streams of that. You can actually see that. But we haven't done one of these before where we actually build the world together. So this is new. So if you haven't watched before, now's a good time. And we'll probably come back around to it later and maybe do a stream of us turning whatever we create today into like, hey, now you can make characters with this. Here's like actual text that we would put in a book about this realm and some of that stuff, which has been a lot of fun. So Arium Create. 7 steps, starting with step 0. So we're looking at step 1 right now, which is universal. But step 0 is actually, we start with what is not in this realm or this world. And that is called Lacuni. So we're going to go through and do our step 0 first and just see if there's anything that we want to say should not be in this world. Now we've done a few things here that are already kind of standard, and then we've got hey, we're avoiding other people's intellectual property because this is a game, we want to publish it, right? So don't use your intellectual property, Kris. Em and I won't use anything that we don't plan to include in Vi, and then also avoid hateful isms and things like that. So in the words of Ferris Bueller, I don't subscribe to isms. So and then we will go on and say, hey, there's a few really, really strong themes that we've already placed in some of the realms. And because this is a multiverse and we want it to be varied and different, we want to just avoid sort of going right down these holes again. So nothing really strong cyberpunk or really strong, just like a seafaring culture type of thing. No gothic horror, cathedrals and gargoyles and vampires and werewolves world type of thing. I mean, some of those things could exist in a world potentially that we created, but it just not the full gothic horror experience. Demons, we've got demons coming out of our ears somewhere else already, out of thin air, whenever lightning strikes and some other things like that. It's really cool and really scary. We did a playtest in that world not too long ago, and what'd you think, Em? Did it turn out okay?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I like that world. I think we can develop it a little bit more, but it's I think it's really cool. We're gonna do an Arthurian nobility thing. That's kind of part of Vi's kitsch a little bit, right? This is, you are the power behind the champion, or the Merlin to the Arthur, basically. So we do have an Arthurian sort of realm that we're already working on. And then solar punk, we did a really cool, really strong solar punk world not too long ago. So we're going to avoid that as well. But other than that, currently, until we add some things, some cards here, some notes to Lacuni, nothing else is out of bounds. We can do whatever we want.
Okay.
So do we want to maybe just set a timer for a couple minutes and write down some things that we don't want to be in this world?
Yeah, let's do it. Do we have some stacks of sticky notes that I'm missing? Oh, mine are down below.
Yeah, they're just down below. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
You've got some purple ones there, Kris. I hope you like purple.
I like purple. I do.
You can change the color if you don't like purple.
No, I actually like purple. My phone case is purple even. Ooh.
We knew. We actually that's what the background of the stream.
This was all planned. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Well, I'll set us a timer. How long do we think we want to take just writing down some things that may not be in this world? And we can take a few minutes, I would say, but not too many.
It always takes me a minute to kind of get cooking on ideas for this.
That's fair.
So maybe like 3 to 5, somewhere in that range.
Let's start with 3. If we need a little more, we
Perfect.
can add some.
Cool beans.
Okay. So our timer is going. And yeah, let's go ahead and write some ideas
Okay.
for things that aren't in the tower world.
I have to wake my keyboard up. There we go.
My itch is really bad for some reason. I don't approve. That's a good one. Okay.
I might be out of ideas.
Yeah,
Yeah, I might be too.
I might try and do one more. I'm still thinking.
Be the hero we need, Will.
Well, you know, for whatever reason, I just can't get off the idea of like different types of physical things.
Ooh, interesting.
That is fascinating, Will.
Yeah,
This is really different than a lot of our lacunae have looked before.
it is. Yeah, it is different. We all feel good. I think I can stop there.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna stop the timer. Let's talk about these items. What, so this is sort of because we didn't put anything that's like, hey, we're avoiding this because it's a like big faux pas type of thing or something that the group wants to avoid because they want to avoid it. I don't think anybody has any phobias of any of these things or anything like that. So
No.
we should be able to just talk about them a little and see what makes sense. Now, I sort of wrote bread as a joke after I wrote water, because I couldn't think of anything else. But then I got thinking about, hey, how would you build these big tall towers without wood, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that actually was kind of interesting. It might be the most interesting of the 3 that I did to me,
Mhm.
anyway. But yeah, what do y'all think? Like, the idea behind these lacunae is it's supposed to help breed creativity when we go to future rounds, right? We're saying, hey, if this stuff doesn't exist, then what does that mean for this world? It
Yeah.
should help us create something unique that maybe nobody has done before.
Mm-hmm.
So should we read through the other ones? We got world peace. There's no world peace, meaning there's maybe always a fight of some kind, or tell
I
me
just
what you
felt
were
like
thinking with that.
so much of the themes of this card are like rooted in conflict. I
Mhm.
like the
Mhm.
idea that there is never like a time where everybody feels safe and like content,
Mhm.
right? There's always contention around, and however we end up defining that, I just thought it'd be fun to like have a way to make contention.
Yeah, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
I like that.
Okay. Cool. Tell us about sunny days.
Mhm.
Well, my thought with that is just kind of in general, if you're living in a world with these massive towers, something's always going to be in shadow anyway. And the idea that you're either in the tower or you're in the shadow of the tower, I thought would be kind of interesting.
Ooh, so it's like a really big tower and you're in the shadow of it or something like
Possibly,
that.
yeah.
That's
Yeah, one of the things
interesting.
that M mentioned was the the rebuilding and the crumbling and the chaos of it, and the idea that maybe this is just a massive tower that's always in the middle of being rebuilt and crumbling at the same time or something.
That could tie into there being no wood to support the rocks.
It would, yeah. They're
Yeah.
just constantly like firing bricks in this massive furnace or something because they don't have any wood.
Yeah,
That's
we'd want to
fascinating.
figure out a reason that there needs to be a tower, I guess, in that case too. So that's interesting. Okay. Very cool. The water, I was just thinking kind of blasted landscape type of thing. Like maybe there's not no water, but there's probably maybe like very little water. I don't know.
Or maybe it rains, but the water just gets sucked into the land so fast that there's no like pools of water or something like that.
Yeah, something like that, maybe. I think I'm going to delete the bread one because that really was kind of a joke.
I actually gave me an idea though.
Did it? Oh, tell me.
Yeah, it did. Because I was like, man, if there is no bread and there is no water, that means that there are no humans here. So, like, what type of people live here? So I was picturing like rock people essentially, like walking around because there is no bread.
I like that.
Fine. Okay, I'm gonna put it back.
You gotta leave it, Will. It was giving me ideas. It's like that one time I said minty, and the world was built around the concept of mint.
That was amazing. That was amazing. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I mentioned what I was thinking about with wood, kind of. What about elevators? Let's talk about that.
Well, I like the idea of there not being an easy way to get around any of these type of structures. You've got stairs and everything is a work and a trudge just to get somewhere as opposed to just pushing a button.
Yeah, everybody has to have real strong legs.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's interesting. I like that.
I like that too.
That's cool. Yeah. And then we've got the no day/night cycles, which I thought was really interesting. I actually was thinking something like this in my head, and I didn't ever like verbalize it. I don't know if it ties to the sunny days concept or not. Like if we could come up with something, like maybe we could talk through and find a way to make something interesting there, or if those are still just totally separate. I think that's cool too, but yeah. What do y'all think?
I like it.
Yeah, I'm not super married to the concept of no day-night cycle. I just thought it could also add into like the perpetualness of this realm, that it's just like in a constant stagnant state, right? And so I'm not super tied into there's no day-night cycles, but it's just another way to make this stand out from other places. You're used to like times of rest and times of activity. And what if you were just constantly in like this gray or twilight or deep night even phase? Like, what would that do to you?
Well, it could almost be something where there's like, it could even be something like pollution or something that's blocked the cycle. So you don't know that it's day or night at any given time.
That's interesting. Yeah. There's that.
A world with no stars.
Yeah. I got thinking about it from like a planet standpoint. So immediately like my brain went to, okay, so there's a planet and half of it is facing away from the star that it's orbiting around. And the other half is just like, it's all hollow. There's nothing there. Like if you try to get over into it, you just die because there's no, you like fall into space or something, right? So like, I don't know. That's sort of what I was thinking when I thought about the no day night cycles. I'm like, ooh, you could do something really cool planetary wise, but we did do something sort of like that in a previous realm. So I'm not super tied to that. It's what I started thinking of. But I like the idea of like either pollution or you don't see stars or moons or anything. But in that case, you could have stars and a moon if you wanted to. But it would just be always night.
But you can't see it. They're there.
Yeah.
It's interesting. I'm really pleased to lean any which way direction, honestly. I think it's fun that we have different concepts based off of the same prompt. That's fun for me.
Yeah. Oh, we're just talking about what isn't in the world right now, so we haven't even got to the part where we said what it is like. So these are just ideas at this point. Cool. Okay. Do we feel good about these ones? We want to leave them and move on to the next step?
Yeah,
I'm down.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. So the next step is the universal step, and usually this is like real broad and general things, like genres. Like you could say, oh, it's steampunk, it's fantasy, it's science fiction, it's hard science fiction or whatever, things like that. But you could also say that sort of the tone and flavor. Like you could say, oh, it's very dark and brooding, or it's very lighthearted and fun, or it has, a flavor that feels like, and you could pick an author's work, I suppose, or you could do something, or you could say it's, similar to a previous work or a show or something like that. But generally, we're saying super, super broad. We're going to just think about those things, put them down on notes, and then we'll get into things that are more specific later on. The next step, for example, is called big picture. And when we get into that, we'll talk about, like, are there continents, maybe countries? How does magic and or tech work, if there is any? Are there wars that have happened or are currently happening? How accessible is, the cool stuff that some people can have? Is it, does everybody have equal access to the cool stuff, or do some people control it? And all things kind of like that. So we will get to that, but universal is not that. It's just the very, very broad, simple concepts.
Okay.
Yeah. So, what do you think? Like a couple minutes to
Yeah,
put down
sounds
some of
good.
those? Okay. Um, I will start the timer then.
Okay.
I just about wrote that, Will.
Did you?
Oh my
I had-
goodness, Will, I
I
wrote the
had-
same thing.
I had the SURV written as you put that in. I guess this isn't going to be an easy world to live in.
It's okay though. Like, and it's okay to if you end up writing doubles, it's fine. We'll just put them next to each other like M did. So yeah. We got about 30 seconds, a little less.
I
You got
must
any more to
have
put
one
down?
more good idea in my skull. I know it.
I'm sure there's something here. Yeah. Uh, there we go. That's what I wanted. Okay. Yeah, this is a hard place, everybody.
This place is
Okay.
not nice to be from. This is
No.
not a nice world.
No, it's not. Okay. Well, let's see. Let's go through these. So what we do, sort of like what we did with the Lacuni, but a little bit more collaborative. So we're gonna go through and we'll talk about all of these. We're just gonna maybe just go through and read them first, and then after we read them, we can group things together if we feel like they go together because they're basically the same, like survival of the fittest and struggle to survive, which is already done. We can do more of those if we see any more of those as we read through them. But we can also propose, any of us can do this, right? We can say, hey, what if we put thing A and thing B together, because if they are together, they are way better than they are apart. That's the only real requirement, is that you like it and you think it would be better together than it is apart. And then as long as the two people who wrote those two things, and quick secret, if you wrote both of the things, then you agree, right? But the two people who wrote them agree, then they become one thing that we will vote for when we get into voting. We find that things that have a pretty good grouping often tend to get more votes than things that don't, but it's not always true. Like sometimes it's like, no, I want this to stand alone, and everybody just loves that thing. So that's an okay thing to do as well. So let's read through them really quickly. Em, you wanna read them for us?
I would love to. So
Sweet.
up here at the top, we've got post-apocalyptic, lack of comfort, darkness and despair vibes, crumbling, oppressive life, wizard noir, super cool, monster planet, pre-industrial, constant rebuilding. I think I remember you saying that before, Kris. That's cool. And then the vibe of survival of the fittest and struggle to survive.
Mm-hmm.
This is not a nice place.
No,
Am I?
it's really not. In fact, we had, yeah, well, Katie thinks it's pretty nice, so you know, she's ready to
Thanks,
move in.
Katie.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's see. The constant rebuilding and crumbling feel like they could be,
I think that's
to me.
very united there for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
You guys like that? Okay.
Yeah.
Let's move those together. What else?
Can you tell me a little bit more about Monster Planet, Will?
You know, I don't really know what I was thinking. I just kind of had this thought of, you know, I think someone said, oh, there's like stone people or stone giants or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I just got thinking, you know, what if everybody here was just a little, you know, like some kind of monstrous, and it doesn't have to be like, I'm not thinking like open up the D&D Monsters Handbook and throw, you know, 20 different creatures from there here. I think something a little more cohesive maybe than that, but maybe there's a few kinds of monsters. Maybe they're at odds with each other. Maybe they're not. I don't know. It was just an idea.
I do think it's interesting if it's a world that doesn't have trees and bread and water and that kind of thing. Like it's a very different. I mean, it would kind of make sense that it's dog eat dog to a certain extent, where there's always that bigger fish eating and the smaller one monster
Or monster
wise.
eat monster. Yeah.
That kind of fits with survival of the fittest if we want to pair that together.
It does.
The Monster Planet with that.
Mhm.
What do y'all think? Is that?
Yeah, I like that.
I'm good for it.
Okay, cool.
Let's do it. All right. What else? So you've got post-apocalyptic and I had pre-industrial. Those are basically at odds with each other, right? Post-apocalyptic assumes that there was an industry at some point. This is assuming there never was an industry.
So true.
Okay. Darkness and despair vibes and oppressive life seem like they're very...
I would be happy to combine those two. Did
Yeah.
you have a concept behind oppressive life at all?
I just like the idea of this world that's so like misery and there's no sun and that kind of thing, where you're really just working all the time to survive or to rebuild or to build or to keep things from crumbling down. And so just the idea of it just being, there's no like picnics or time off or anything like that.
Yeah, it's a grind to survive for sure.
Yeah, no company picnics. Yeah.
I'm super down to combine those two.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
down with that.
All right. Put those two together. You can also combine groups. That's also a thing that we can do, but we don't have to do that either. I just want to, you can get as many things together as you like, but it just needs to be the people who made it agree. But there's only 3 of us. It's not that hard.
So true. This might be enough.
Yeah, I think that's a
I
good.
don't know.
There are 7 of them. I think I would do 3 votes. You'd have to pick
Okay.
your 3 favorite. How do y'all feel
Let's
about
do it.
that? Okay. I'm gonna take these 2 and move them down here so that I can more easily do the voting thingy.
For sure. Now, chat is going to be able to see which ones I'm voting for previously.
Well, aren't chat lucky? All right, so 3 votes. I'll give 1 minute on the timer to vote for them. And then I just need to make sure the groups are right. Then I'll click start, and then you should get an option to pop up on your screen, Kris, if you haven't done this before, to join the voting.
Oh, okay.
Only 3, huh?
Only 3.
Can I make sure I linger on each one for a minute so you at least don't know which one I'm voting for? Though I think you all can
Yeah.
see my screen too.
Yeah. I really like that one.
I'm having a hell of a time.
Yeah. It's really hard, y'all.
It's really hard.
I'm out of time too. Dang it. All right. I'm going with that. Preparing results. Oh, look at us.
Ah.
Pretty
Okay.
aligned. This might be a
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah. Okay. No, that's really cool. All right. So we have. I'm just going to move some stuff around here. Oh, not like that. There we go. Just move these down like so. So we got the crumbling and constant rebuilding, definitely a theme here. We have the struggle to survive, monster planet, definitely a theme here. And pre-industrial got 2, post-apocalyptic got 1. Now I'm moving things I shouldn't be moving. Why didn't I lock that? There. Yeah. And then we didn't have any votes for these ones down here, so
Monster Planet got 3 votes.
yeah.
Crumbling got 3 votes.
Yeah, 3, and pre-industrial got 2.
Perfect. Votes have been
Okay.
recorded.
Okay, awesome. Well, so this is our canon for this place, right?
Nice.
They never sort of developed like true industry, right? So no like electricity, no gunpowder is questionable. I mean, you could have gunpowder before industry, but you can't have like mass-produced weapons, right? So yeah, no factories, no mass production. Everything done by hand. Okay. That is pretty bleak. I like it.
It's really bleak. This is a bleak world.
Yeah.
So one of our questions that we have for like lore that people could potentially ask about worlds is, what can you do for fun here? And the answer is nothing.
Nothing at all.
Yeah. You can suffer.
Sucks to suck. Better survive.
Exactly.
You can't even see the sun.
Yeah, really. You can close your eyes for 5 minutes and then...
Yes. Yeah. All right. Well, let's go on to our big picture. So big picture is where we're going to start to find the answers probably to a few of these things that the questions brought up by our Lacuni, but also, to continue down the path that we've started in Universal. So everything, those 3 items are like true, right? Canon. And so now we're going to start putting together some big picture items. Again, those are, wars, continents, countries. Is there magic or tech, and how accessible is it? And how does that influence this realm overall? So that type of thing is the goal for big picture. And this one's one that often takes a little more time. What do you think about setting a 4-minute timer?
Sounds great to me.
That feel good?
Cool.
Okay,
Also,
so right.
Kris, I don't know if you've used Miro before, but sometimes when you exit voting, you have to hit this little sidebar arrow in order to be able to select things again. That was something that gave me a lot of problems when I
yes.
first started using the
Thank
voting
you.
Oh, yeah.
mechanic.
Okay.
Are you
cool.
able to
Thank you.
select a
Yes,
note
I can,
to write on?
I can
Good.
select my notes now. Yes.
Yay. Okay.
Will, if
Yeah.
chat has concepts, am I okay to toss those in too?
Oh, of course. Yeah, we definitely
cool.
want to get some concepts from chat. So I think that'd be awesome. I can keep an eye out for them as well.
Awesome.
Okay, chat. Show us your ideas for the big picture. Looking forward to it. See some creativity. Looking at you.
This is the one phase where I always put ideas here that don't belong here and they have to be moved somewhere else.
Oh, it's hard. Yeah, big
It's
picture is
difficult.
hard. Yeah.
Okay.
It is. Just remember what's coming up is we have culture and organizations. So it's like schools and, could be religions, could be like beliefs, secret societies, all sorts of stuff like that are going to go in there. And histories and things go in there as well. And then we get into landmarks, which are like physical buildings, like on a street level map, or bridges, or like, like a river crossing or things like that. Statues, parks. And then we get into people, which are like actual people, and goodies, which are like things, like a pencil or a...
That's it.
The one ring or a towel.
They have one pencil, and that's it in the world.
Yeah, one pencil. Yeah.
It's the only piece of wood they have. It's very important.
It's down
they
to
never write with it because then they would have to
Yeah.
sharpen it. Yeah. No one will dare sharpen it.
That's hilarious.
Amazing. Cool. We ready to go? 4 minutes?
I think so.
Okay. I'm going to start it. Let's go.
tower creates rock people. Such a sick idea. We are the children of the tower.
I'm just talking to everybody on mute. We got about 15 seconds left.
We're not paying attention
up.
to you, Will. You were actually talking. We were just ignoring you.
That sounds right. I think I'm out of ideas.
I keep coming up with ideas that land in a different spot. So
Yeah. That's okay. We can move them to future sections. That's fine.
We absolutely can. We've done it before and we'll do it again. All right. Big picture. I could read these if we want.
Okay.
So we have big picture. We've got squabble for resources. That seems important. We have water hoarding. That's a thing that could be. We have huge, many-layered towers. Levels are claimed as territory. I just really love that. We have the outside is unlivable. We have the rock, lava, and sky kingdoms are at war. We have massive lightning storms damage the towers. We've got catacombs beneath the towers for travel. Oh, wow. We have the tower creates the rock people. We have towers are built by the rock kingdom to reach the sky and see the lava. That probably goes with that other one. We have body disposal is just chucking them outside the tower. We've got barren wastelands. Plumes of volcanic ash blot out the heavens. Each monster type has built-in powers related to their form. Violent storms. Drinking blood of monsters instead of water. Yum. And mortar from blood and sand. Oh. Wow. Okay. Ooh. This is super cool. I like where we're going here.
Real intense.
It really is.
We're sort of coming up with a world that's like giant volcanoes that they've turned into living spaces, which is really kind of fascinating.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah, what happens when they erupt? Oof,
Yeah.
that's interesting.
We never know when Mother is going to consume us once again.
Yeah. she rebuilds when she does.
Walls have been lavafied. You just have dead rock people
Just
just like formed
corpses.
into the wall.
that they've
Amazing.
just shaped into a sconce that they have a candle in.
Yeah.
Grandma's outstretched hand is now a candle sconce.
That's horrific and
All right. Well, do we need to combine any of these because they are very similar, or do we need to combine any of them because they would be better together? Better together than they are apart.
I think violent storms and massive lightning storms are pretty similar.
Yeah.
Totes.
The catacombs beneath the towers and the huge, many layered towers definitely fits together too, if we wanted to. I like the idea that that's the only way you can get between the towers is actually the catacombs beneath it.
Yeah, I liked that a lot too.
Yeah, for sure. We can combine those. Those are mine.
Okay. Yeah. I want to put them together because I want to vote for both of them.
Perfect.
Much easier.
I don't have to waste my vote on two separate ideas if they can just
That's right.
be one.
That's right.
I am obsessed with drinking blood of monsters instead of water. That is hardcore.
It really is.
The outside is unlivable. Could potentially go with plumes of volcanic ash blot out the heavens.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah,
I'm good
totally.
with that. If we think that's the reason for it, I think that's great.
Toxic fumes.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do they'd have to have maybe some kind of a magic about the towers that keep them safe for breathing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, this whole concept of the blood and for the mortar and then blood for instead of water means you're gonna have to go on blood runs where you're like
Yeah.
you're literally going to try and like harvest a resource, which really ties into squabble for resources because people are resources.
True.
I don't know how we feel about that though.
It's real lighthearted.
Super lighthearted. We're gonna need
Real.
some serious content warnings on this world.
Yeah. Yeah. The tower creates rock people. Tell me what you were thinking about that. I'm curious.
That one was just sort of like almost in my head. I'm sort of picturing like a massive tower that they're constantly trying to rebuild as it's crumbling, and they're trying to keep it rebuilt because the tower itself generates the rock people that are building it. So it's sort of almost like a hive mind queen bee type situation where they have to keep feeding the tower that is their mother themselves. I don't know.
Interesting. What's the golden age of this place like? I'm curious.
Maybe
Just smooth magma.
so man, just like pitching a completely undeveloped idea here.
Yeah.
What if during the golden age they don't necessarily always have to do the blood from other things in order to have water? Maybe when these massive lightning storms happen, rain does come down and they can like
Ooh, I like
hang
that.
like water buckets outside,
There
or they
is
have
water.
like lamps hanging alongside the
Oh, I'm
tower on
loving
one
that.
side. Or, like,
I'm loving that a
clocks.
lot.
It's the only
Yeah.
time that anything grows.
Right.
And, like like how like the frogs and things that have been nesting underground come out when it's like these massive monsters that have been sleeping underground. When the storms come, they
That's horrific.
rise up.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be cool.
So maybe the primary residents are these stone people, right? That are like building the towers, trying to stay safe within the towers, right? But then and it rains, and so they have to fight off the other ancient creatures that arise or whatever. But then at some point they've like the water is there's no more water, right? And so then they have to start using blood. There aren't any monsters attacking anymore of other kinds, but they have to, yeah.
Yeah, as
Or
water
maybe
runs out, they have to start using blood instead, and it becomes the blood season. And
yeah. Or maybe they have to find, like, they go on hunts to find those monsters, the other monsters or something, right?
or maybe
To
that's
use
where the
their blood.
catacombs came from, as they were digging to try and find the monsters while they were still asleep under the earth.
Interesting. Yeah. Okay.
Ooh, you could totally have catacomb huntings. Like there's like Titans with things that live underground take over
Mhm.
part of the catacombs. That could absolutely be an
Yeah.
adventure we run in this world. Is like, okay, we have to clear the catacombs so we can get to Tower B. And so
Yeah.
you have to go hunt the thing, and then everyone's really
Yeah.
happy because you have a new like supply of where
Yeah.
you can
Yeah.
that's an interesting idea.
I could see that coming into play in Culture and Orgs for sure. I like
Yep.
that. Okay. Very cool. What other things do we want to combine here, or do we want to combine any things? I think water hoarding and barren wastelands probably go together.
Yeah, that word
Yeah.
makes sense to me.
And I could probably put the mortar from blood and sand up with that as well, personally. But I don't know what you two think.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah, I feel like those fit.
Man, if we do have like crops growing alongside the tower, it makes sense with the body disposal because that's fertilizing.
I am totally okay with that.
Just like all
Instead of
these bones scattered
Yeah.
around on top, and then there's roots on top of them, and then it
Instead
just
of a
goes up.
moat, there's just these like thorny cacti growing out of skeletons that are piled up around the outsides of the towers.
Do
Pretty
you want to put that with
dark.
these? Is that what you're saying?
Sure, that's what I was kind of saying. Yeah.
Okay. Is
Anything else, Will?
there... Well, blood from monsters and what about these two?
Katie says we here in the tower support natural sustainability. That's dark.
Uh-huh.
We're all part of the ecosystem. It's fine.
Yeah, exactly.
That's right. But yeah, I don't know. What do you think about that? They have
Yeah, I'm down
different
for it.
powers, so that's kind of like how they fight for resources and stuff.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay. Any others?
I think that feels
set up
pretty concise.
Can set up
So to
some
speak.
voting here.
Let's do it. Tell me how many votes I get.
Uh, 3, I think.
Yourself.
3? Oh my goodness.
No.
Do you want 4? Do you need 4?
No. 3 means the best ideas will rise to the top. This is just really hard.
Okay, let's do 3.
What am I even gonna vote for?
You ready?
Yes.
Okay.
Help me, chat.
Yeah, the 3 is hard.
I know. I'm making some risky votes in hopes that other people cover other things.
What if I like accidentally circle multiple things? Does that count as one vote?
Few seconds left.
Gotta go with those.
Ugh.
That was a hard one.
Yeah, it was.
Okay. Here we go. See what happens.
Results. Interesting. Interesting.
Ooh,
Dang it, we left out some
okay.
good ones.
We did.
This was painful. This was a painful one for
was.
me.
It
All right,
was.
let me
Yeah,
get
it
a
was
sticky note
hard.
ready to record what the votes are.
Okay. So yeah, we had 3 for the huge towers with catacombs.
It's a very classic
Yeah.
fantasy adventure dungeon crawl thing.
Cows and cats. Yeah.
Cows and cats.
We got 2 for the volcanic ash and unlivability. We got 2 for the whole water scarcity thing.
Just the whole thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we got a couple ones. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. Dang.
We might, yeah. We might be able to pull some of those in. I feel like the lightning storm thing, we probably should have just put up with the water hoarding. I feel like those are almost hand in hand.
Or in the plumes of ash too, like it sort of falls into it.
Yeah.
I wonder what
Anyway.
if there's any chemical reactions between lightnings and like the toxicity fumes of a volcano.
Oh yeah, that could be
That'd
amazing.
be interesting.
I think there's some fun stuff. We should
Just
bring
like-
the lightning one in for
All
sure.
right, I put it on there.
Okay, good. Let's do that.
Northern lights flashing across the sky as it lights the skies on fire.
Mhm.
This sky is on fire. All right.
This sky is on fire.
Yeah.
I went
All
there.
right. Very nice.
Anything
So
else you want to
this-
add to the list? These monsters,
Uh,
built-in powers things.
uh,
All right, well, I see how it is.
yeah. You see how it is. Move that one. Oh, I'm getting some issues.
Whoa,
I know.
they're
I
flying
know.
around.
Issues.
Oh, fancy.
All right. And then we'll bring up the lightning too. Okay. That's our group. It's a
We're at
good group.
culture and org.
Yeah. Culture and orgs. It's time. I'll take off my hat.
Okie dokie then.
Right. So culture and organizations. This is step 3.
Okay.
So we've got beliefs, people, heritages, like peoples, not individual people, to be
Sure.
clear. Heritages, legends, past events, secret groups, schools, institutions, the CIA. Yeah.
So when you say
Sorry, I
peoples,
haven't
like we could
either.
define some of the monster types here.
For sure. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Mhm,
Ow,
mhm,
don't bite.
mhm, mhm, mhm.
Oh, puppy
Um,
bites. So sweet.
Oh.
Better that than my computer cord.
I think we can just safely turn the stream into puppy stream now.
Yes, we should.
Now that everyone has seen Puppy. What's this one's name?
This one's Figgy Puddin'.
Figgy Puddin'.
Yeah, they were
Ah.
all born right before Christmas, so they all originally had Christmassy names, but
Mm.
we liked Figgy too much to change it, so we just kept her Fig.
Cute little
That's-
fig.
She's
That's cute.
bitey.
Okay. So culture and orgs.
Yeah.
Or gotta put you down.
Yeah.
Okay.
How much time do we think we want for that?
How much time did we do last time?
We did 4 minutes.
4 minutes.
We could do that
Should we do
again.
3? 4?
Yeah, we could do 3, whichever.
3? Let's try 3. Let's see what we get.
All right.
All right. Everybody ready?
Yep.
Let's do this.
Technically, these are not in yet, so I'm just going to be the first person that puts that on the board. Do beliefs go in here?
Yep. Yeah. If you're finishing one, go ahead and finish.
Okay.
Got it. All right. Chris, you want to take a turn and read them for us?
Sure. So we're at step 3, culture and orgs. And we've got Rocky People, the Mortar Guild, the Freed Masons, Moon Eyes, a species with big eyes to help see in the dark, a guild for storytelling to pass away the quiet hours, the Climbers, Magma Sculptors, the Tower Architects Guild, the Purifiers. There are safe days to travel between levels. Schools are called the Sandbox. The sky will clear one day and the rains will come.
Ooh.
And be careful who you pick fights with. Lots of posturing.
Okay. This is good. This is good stuff. I like magma sculptors. That's a really cool idea. I was trying to think of something lava or magma related, and I couldn't pull it off. But
That's
really
why
cool.
Chris was here.
That's right.
The idea of them having almost molds that they can set up to sculpt things with out of magma, and I think it'd be interesting.
Yeah, that's way cool. All right. Any of these need to go together because they are really close to the same, or because they would be better together than they are apart? More awesome, as we say. More.
They are pretty dissimilar generally.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this one sometimes doesn't have a lot of combinations. We'll see. Um,
I mean, the Freedmasons was just me putting something because I thought it was funny. So we could put it with the Mortar Guild. It would totally fit the same.
that's true.
The Mortar Guild, if I was really hoping that there'd be a name in here somewhere for the storytelling guild, but I kind of like that for the Mortar Guild because they kind of like keep people together, right?
Oh, I like that.
Potentially
I
have
actually
people who are
really
like
like that.
holding the peace.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
The mortar is what holds the culture together, and
Yeah.
still, and yeah, I actually really like the name for that. That's pretty cool.
So these two together?
If you're okay with it, Will.
Heck yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I dig that.
Mm-hmm.
Can I explain the be careful who you pick fights with belief?
Please.
I don't know if it really belongs here, but I thought maybe it was a cultural thing where people like posture, like you have a lot of like you see in like the wild where you have like bears that kind of like roar and they chest up first and you have a chance
Mhm.
to disengage before violence takes part. I thought that could exactly.
Mhm.
Big old gorilla type things.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that matches anything else here, but
I like
that was
it.
the concept behind it. I didn't know if I captured that when I was writing it down.
Yeah, I like that.
Mhm.
Yeah, and what I was thinking with the climbers is that they're sort of almost homeless, like hobo type people that go between. They don't have a platform that they live on. They're always moving up and down the stairs and living in sort of a sense of constant climbing up and down the towers. And so
That's
they
Mhm.
could also be
interesting.
used as sort of mail service to a certain extent as well, where maybe they get paid to bring a message to a different floor or something because they are headed that way anyway, kind of thing. Sort of
That's
Oh, that's
hitchhikers.
pretty cool.
Maybe we could tie that to there are safe days to travel between levels. Like they
Oh,
know the
yeah.
schedule, they maintain the schedule.
Yeah, I
I
like
love
that.
that a lot.
Yeah.
I was also kind of, as you were saying that, I'm like, they sound a little like maybe there's some hope, some optimism. Maybe they believe that one day the
Yeah.
sky will clear when the rains come.
Yeah. I like the idea that they kind of don't take part in the floor's squabbles amongst
Mm.
themselves because they believe that eventually I like that.
Hmm.
How dare you insert hope into this world, Will?
Sorry. There has to be something.
I'm out.
I'm sorry. Let's see.
I'm full on picturing an adventure here where a party has to come into the middle of a big storytelling event.
Hmm.
And the prize is something from the magma sculptors.
That's fun. I like that.
Super cool.
Can I hear more about purifiers? What's that?
Oh, that was I was kind of balancing between the two, but I like the idea that with the air the way it is, like maybe they're the ones that are responsible for like creating the air tubes that circulate the air around it and give them actual breathable air in the
Mm.
world. They're sort of almost the mechanics and upkeep section of the tower kind of thing.
Interesting. That could totally
Alternately,
subsect in with the Tower Architects Guild.
oh yeah, it
It's a
could, yeah,
job within that guild.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I
pretty
couldn't
cool.
decide
Do we
between
want to do
that
that?
or they were just some weird cult that would only drink blood. I couldn't decide which way to go.
I really like the idea of the first one you had, just because it brings so much so many concepts that you can play with to the world.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah,
I think
I
that's
like
cool.
Yeah, I like that a lot. Pretty cool.
While we're combining things with the Tower Architects Guild, we could potentially put magma sculptors under there as well.
I agree.
Yeah,
You okay with that, Kris?
yeah, I'm down with that.
Okay.
All right. That's all my
Um,
inspiration for combining. What about you guys?
I think that looks great.
Swerve.
Okay.
And I think we can auto vote Rocky People, so we don't have to waste one of our votes on it.
I think that's probably true. But no, let's vote for it. It'll be good.
Yeah.
Curse you!
Give us one extra vote then.
One extra vote, huh? 4 votes then?
We don't have to. We can just do 3, Will. I'm just giving you a
3,
hard
4,
time.
5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Let's do 4. Let's see what happens.
All right.
Let's have fun with it. I need to do quick selection. Bam, bam, bam. There we go. All right.
Take me to voting.
Vote.
Woo!
Obligatory Rocky People vote. 1, 2. That's 3. Dang.
Oh, I have. Yes. Okay. I don't know how to click. Apparently.
I had that was a rough choice.
Yeah.
It was.
Okay. We're done. Let's see what
So
it looks
quick.
like. Ooh.
Interesting.
Ooh.
Interesting. The Mortar
I'm
Guild did not make it through.
I am surprised. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So our top
I was
one is
really bouncing between that and the posturing, but I like the storytelling aspect of the posturing as well. So I was like, oh, I don't know which one to pick.
Yeah. So we've got the climbers with 3.
Okay.
And we've got the purifiers with 3. And then we have the posturing and rocky people with 2. And then our other ones have 1 or less.
Okay. They don't get added.
They don't get added.
Dang, that storytelling guild would have been sick.
I know. I'm sad.
It's okay.
I have a sad.
Just a singular sad.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like that's something that could slip in one way.
We'll see. Oh.
I love how you're like, just do it.
I don't know how structured all of this is, but
It'll probably be something we have in our back pocket while we're like crafting the world. Like, that was a cool idea. Let's consider
Totally.
it. But for now,
Totally.
we'll follow the rules.
Yeah.
Having
we're
played
fine. We're sticking to the rules.
with
But
Will,
you know, that's the
with this
beauty
game.
of that's the beauty of anything, right? Is, you know, whoever the creative people are that are making, you know, if you're writing fiction, or you're, you know, if you're the GM and you're running an RPG in a world like this, like you can mod it, you can tweak it, you can do what you want with it, right? And we as game designers, as we use this world, may tweak it and modify it a little bit to be exactly what we want when we get through to it. But yeah, this is really cool.
Come out with a third-party supplement that's about the Mortar Guild.
Yeah, exactly.
Just gonna casually double everybody's sticky notes. There we go.
You've played with me, Will. You know what kind of madness ends up in the worlds when you're.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, let's do some landmarks.
Where
So
did this
landmarks,
green one
this
come from?
yeah,
Sorry.
who knows? Yeah, I mean, I couldn't really say.
Mystery.
Somehow it was just there. Yeah, interesting, interesting. Okay, so let's do some landmarks. So landmarks is kind of easy, I think. Remember at this point, like, and we could have done this last time too, but remember at this point we're kind of hitting things that are, they are places that you could point to on a street level map. So we're talking about these giant towers with all the stuff in the catacombs underneath. Like, is there a place inside the catacombs or a place inside the towers on a particular level or something like that that we want to call out? And this is a great time to introduce proper names for things if you want to, right? You don't have to, but and we did that a little bit during the last part, but it's a really great, like, we got magma sculptors and tower architect guild and some things like that, but we can do that here too. So yeah,
Cool.
get creative with it, have fun with it.
Cool.
Do we want to do 3 minutes again?
Sure, let's do it.
Okay. Everybody ready? Oh, we're
Yeah.
typing.
Ready? I'm never
Okay,
gonna
let's go.
eat.
The.
Obviously, I don't know how to spell emporium, but hey, it's all good.
I have to look up this word. Okay, that was time. That was really fast this time.
That did go very fast.
Whew.
Heck yeah. This is good stuff. You want to read these ones, Em?
Sure. So we've got the byways, to name the ways to travel between towers that are underground. Chronox, did I say that right?
Huh.
Magma Emporium. The Broken Outer Stair, that's cool. The Drop, a platform to the outside where they toss people. Verdant Trellis, the most successful crops are grown here.
Hmm.
The
I wonder if they
Weakening,
secretly dispose of people there.
maybe. I was like, I don't know why, but this side of the tower, for some reason.
Mm.
The Weakening, where a lava tube intersects with the catacombs and threatens to break through. That's cool.
I like that.
Many Breaths Cavern, an underground cavern to pump in fresh air to the tower.
Nice.
Mm.
The Moat of Bones. The Caldera. The Undercairns. Tread Town. The Blasted Spire. The Canyon, a massive hole where a legendary beast emerged, or so the Mortar Guild says. He's making a cannon! Chris is the sneaky son of a bitch! And the
Amazing.
Hollow Sea. That's so funny.
Cool. These are great. I love it. Yeah. What tell me about Tread Town.
I figure that's a town that is built on the stairs, and so it's actually like built onto it, and so they're like it's a built off and on and hanging off of the actual treads of the stairs themselves instead of the floors where most of the others are built.
That's legit so cool. That's so cool.
Okay. That's way cool. I think I heard the description of Moat of Bones in an earlier session. Earlier step. So I think I know what that is. The byways, do you see that being something in the catacombs, or is that something else?
I did imagine it kind of like in the catacombs. Like a catacomb is generally located beneath, and then you have stray things that run off to other locations.
Okay.
Like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the idea that it totally makes sense that they would have a name for those well-traveled paths between towers.
Whereas the catacombs are like other things could lurk in the dark.
Yeah, I like that.
Makes sense. Okay.
Oh, it would be so cool if they've like somehow planted like a bioluminescent or found bioluminescent stones in the catacombs, and they've lit up the byways, and only the byways have light.
That would be cool. It could be like poisonous fungi or something, so it's not edible, but it's bioluminescent, so it...
Great thing.
Will's excited.
Great thing to remember for when we get to goodies. I like that a lot. It's really cool. Well, do any of these become more awesome if we combine them with each other?
I feel like the Drop, the Verdant Trellis, and the Moat of Bones all kind of fit pretty well together as sort of an avalanche of horror.
Avalanche of horror.
There's the Drop, and then 15 floors later you have the Verdant Trellis where all the gooey bits land, and then you've got the Moat
I definitely see these two. The gooey bits land. Oh my gosh.
That's horrific and awesome.
Do we
I
want
definitely
to
think the Drop and the Moat of Bones go together.
Okay. We got those two.
I'm okay combining the Verdant Trellis. I didn't know if we wanted to keep it separate in case somebody had a different idea.
That could be a space where, someone is like, maybe they're trimming some of the fat or whatever. Oh, literally.
I do like that. Oh, I do like
bringing
that.
it back to the Verdant Trellis.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah. Maybe I could see that actually being like something that is combined up with Tread Down, actually. because they don't have like a good
Ooh, I do like
place
that.
to like do growing or whatever, and so they're just like they've got their little
I
space
love
outside.
that idea.
Yeah,
I think
that's
we should
Yeah.
definitely
fantastic.
combine those.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that's super fun.
What is the
Makes
broken outer stair? Can we like combine that with Tread Town, or is that separate?
I would say the broken outer stair could definitely combine with that in my mind. It's like one of those ways to sort of maybe it's how you get to the trellis type of thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you maybe at some point there was a way to, safely traverse this outer stair, but it's,
being
not super
blasted by
safe.
lightning and
Yeah, exactly.
crumbled, and no, I like that.
Yes.
Like almost like an old fire escape running the outside of these massive
Mm-hmm.
towers.
Yeah.
That yeah,
Should put that there then. Okay.
Wow.
yeah, it would
Perfect.
make
Mwah.
sense that they'd build the tread town on these broken stairs that are too dangerous to travel in other sections and stuff. I like that.
Yeah. Um,
What's this one? The Undercairns.
Great question. So I was kind of thinking that could go nicely with the byways. These could be like, and I think Cairns is actually the wrong word. I think the word I was looking for was maybe like henges or something. But like maybe
Mm,
that's what the mushrooms will grow on or whatever for some reason unknown to most people. Um, but yeah, that sort of light the way on those paths. I don't know.
I love that idea. And I
Yeah.
also love the idea that these are actually like egg clusters that are giving off an energy that allows these bioluminescent things. And then when the rains actually do come, that's going to be a huge problem in the byways.
Suddenly becomes very dangerous on the safe streets.
Definitely doesn't have to be that. I love the idea
That's
that there is a mystery behind why these are growing the bioluminescent stuff.
Yeah, I like
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. Should do you like Cairns or is Henges okay?
I'm okay with either.
Undercurrent
Um,
sounds nicer than hinges, but
Under Henge, under Cairn. Okay. Yeah, I was trying to tie it into another concept that we have for the game, but we can come back to that if we want to. I like this for this exercise. I think this is great. All right. Any other items? Oh, the weakening in the caldera, maybe?
Yeah, I was
yeah,
gonna
I could
ask,
totally
what
see
is
that.
the caldera?
I figured that was sort of a massive like roiling pool of lava that never quite sets up, but also never erupts.
Tie those two together immediately.
Yeah, yeah, I like that.
Okay. What else?
There's so many similarities between the Many Breaths Cavern and the canyon. I love the idea that maybe there could be like a couple of competing concepts of like there's a legendary beast emerge, or they're like, no, there's a legendary beast that slumbers there, and there's like people
Yeah,
have
I like
story
that.
battles over that
And that's where the
potentially.
fresh air comes from, is from
Mhm.
the breath of a
Yeah.
It's a
massive
filtered out
kaiju.
of something else. Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
they filtered the
That's fun.
toxins.
Yeah, I love that. Very cool.
We've combined almost everything. That's
We
awesome.
have combined many
Mhm.
That
things.
generally
Yeah.
doesn't happen under landmarks for me, so that's cool.
Not too much. No. This was fun though. I liked it. All right. Well, let me set up some voting for us.
Okay.
We will have I don't know. What do you think? We're gonna go back to 3?
Whatever you
Or have
want,
you
Will.
have you
Whatever
been
feels best
spoiled
to
and you
you.
think we have to do 4? 1,
4
2,
makes
3,
it
4,
pretty
5,
easy
6,
with this
7.
few choices, I think.
Yeah,
Let's
we
do
need
3.
3. Let's do 3. Yeah. Okay. All right. Kill your darlings. Ready?
Yes. What do I want the most?
was easier than I thought it would be.
That was devastatingly difficult.
Everybody done?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see what we ended up with. Oh, look at that. Okay.
We were pretty unified.
Yeah.
A moat
we were.
of bones.
I know.
Oh, neither.
Shit.
I know.
Okay.
But we did end up with the verdant trellis still,
We
which
did.
I think is a really
Which is
strong,
good.
really strong concept.
Yeah, that's such a great story. I love it.
Yeah. So our 3 votes are the byways, Tread Town. Yeah.
Yep.
And then our 2 vote is the Many Breaths Beast. We'll call it the Many Breaths Beast. It's a good name.
Anything else?
I mean, I was hoping for the Caldera, but it didn't.
I was also
No,
really
actually-
hoping for Caldera.
Actually, I don't know if I voted for that one. Come to think of
I
it.
think I'm the only one that voted for that one.
Oh, yeah, I was hoping for the Moat of Bones as well. I really liked both of those, but yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, so Caldera was a close. Moat of Bones didn't happen. Magma Emporium. Okay. So Many Breaths was our 2 voter, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, these other ones both had 3. Okay. Cool. All right, landmarks done.
I'm just gonna put this between people and goodies.
Yeah, we've only got 2 steps left to go.
These are the fastest ones in my opinion.
I think so too. Goodies is like the easiest by far. It's just it doesn't like you don't end up doing a lot of combining and anyway. So people,
Yeah.
names of people. You can do pronouns of people. You could do different quirks they might have. You can do descriptions. It's fine for them to be one of them that's just a name and one of them that's just a description because you can bet we will probably combine some of those, right?
Okay.
So, or if you want to come up with a full thing, right, then come up with a full thing. I think that's fine too. So, yeah. People. People.
People.
What are we thinking for people?
3 minutes has been a
Time-wise.
pretty solid
3 has been a pretty solid, yeah. I feel like we definitely don't run out of ideas in 3 minutes. Yeah. Okay, let's do 3.
Let's go.
Ready? Ready?
Ready.
Okay. All right. People. Oh, I love that, Kris. That's so cool.
I'm assuming you mean my first one and not my second one.
Yeah. All right. That was a good one. I can read these.
Sorry, I'm just finishing one more.
Finish one more. Do it. Do it now.
Okay, it's finished.
Okay. We've got Krendark the Brutal. We have Southward Savi, a being who stares morosely to the south, ever waiting. We have Dusts, a resident of Treadtown. Well, I have a resident of Treadtown too. We've got Architect Omnil. We've got Chisler Granda. We've got Unt, Undercairn Maintenance. We have Purification Sentinel 3rd rank Jarence Drom.
Amazing.
We have Brock Weatherstone. We've got Veskar Pebbles, a climber with a fantastic reputation. We have Angama the Dowser. We have Beska Svlar, Treadtown's unofficial mayor.
Nice.
We've got Klim, a level-hungry warrior. We have Laurel, a peaceful crop tender. We have Throck.
The TH is
we have-
silent.
Oh, sorry, Rock.
No, it's not. I didn't make that one.
We've got Ridge Filer, and we have Speaker for the Breath, which I thought was really neat. That was the one I gave a gasp about when we were just starting. I'm like, oh. Anyway, those are fun.
These are fun.
Are there any names that need to go with a concept or a person, or anything like that, or any people who are just basically the same people, or stuff?
I mean, most of them have their descriptions with their names.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why, but I
anything
really
here.
like the name Dusts for the Speaker of the Breath. It just sounds like wind
I like
and
that.
rock together.
I
And,
like that.
We could delete the whole resident of Threadtown because I wasn't really sure for a concept, which is why it was the question mark. I can totally delete this part.
You good with that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
I like that.
super good with that.
I
Yeah.
like that too.
Yeah, I dig that.
Okay.
I can totally see Unt having a nickname of Undercarriage instead of Undercairn, and he hates it.
It's great.
Besides that, I don't have any other ideas for combinations.
I don't know if I do either. These are fun though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they are. I like them.
Okay, I'm gonna set up some voting.
Okay.
Voting.
Got a question for you, Will.
Yo.
Is this an easier format to run this game rather than 100+ people at LTUE?
I can't even imagine.
That was a little stressful, but it was also really fun. So I don't know. Let's see. I want lots of people, so I'm going to say we vote for 5.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
The Ridge Filer, my concept on that one is that it's somebody that actually smooths out the ridges on the rock people. Like as they get older, they kind of get rockier and craggier, and so they also carve. They can carve runes or things, and kind of a tattoo artist meets hairdresser.
Obviously, this needs to be Chisler Granda. Can you imagine? I'll just sit down, Dilly. We're gonna have you filed in no time.
Which, yeah, that totally fits.
My name is Chisler Granda. You can call me Chisler.
Chisler. Yeah, we could totally put those two together.
Please, I need that.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh my goodness. I don't know why I'm like tearing up. This is so funny.
Fantastic. All right. Voting is ready. Let's vote for 5. Let's get lots of people.
Okay. You know my first vote's going on Chisla Granda.
Oh crap, I missed one. I gotta end
Did
it.
you?
Sorry. Yeah.
Boomstead.
Somehow Dust didn't make it in.
Get out of here,
s-
Dusts.
Stop that. Stop fooling around.
You silly goobster.
Okay. Okay. I think I got them all now. Sorry about that. 5 votes. Okay. Go, 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 go.
I like that you're rushing us when you just made us restart.
Hurry
Yeah,
up!
really.
Oh my
Go, go,
gosh!
go, go.
Hurry, jeez, you're taking forever.
So long. 1, 2, 3,
Ooh, this is harder than I thought it was going to be, actually.
4, 5. Oh shit, that was 5. Okay. Well, that's what I clicked.
Yeah, it went. Yeah, it went.
It went
really
shockingly fast.
fast.
My voting thingy disappeared on me, so I'm gonna restart the app really quick.
Are you going to make us vote again?
I certainly hope not.
Because that'd be a pleasure.
I'm-
Unfortunately,
As long
there's
as my-
tax where we get another vote if you have to restart voting.
As long as my votes still count from the first time around, I'm fine with that.
Cool. All right. I think we got it.
10 votes, you say?
Mm,
Oh my
okay.
goodness. We didn't spread out very well, y'all. We voted
We
for the
really
same
didn't.
things.
I'm kind of
Yeah.
surprised.
We
Laurel!
got Dusts. Laurel.
All right, this is fine. I'm not upset.
So we got Dusts. We got Chisla,
Chisla.
both with 3. We got Jarence with 3. Friggin' Jarence and Beska.
Everybody loves gerunds.
These are all of our 3s.
Yep. Let's put the ones in too. We got Veskar and Krendark. Oh, and Unt.
Und.
Those are the ones.
Really, we went from 3 to 1. There's no 2s.
There's no
Yeah,
2s.
there's no 2s.
That's wild. Okay, that's
I
fine.
know. I know. I know. All right. Let's move some stuff out.
Hi, Balrog. Oh, you're wet.
Laurel, no. Brock Weatherstone and Gamma the Douser.
There goes our weatherman and our crop tender. We're hosed, you guys.
We are hosed.
But we're gonna look good, so I guess that's important.
We're going to be very well chiseled.
Yes.
Architect didn't make it either.
You know that Krendark the Brutal goes to the Chisla and is like, yo, make me more spiky.
Yeah. Can you take the dust you took off of that guy and put it on me?
He's just full of like resin and rock spikes.
She just saves the chunks that she took off of other people and glues it to him.
Amazing. All right. Well, we're on the last step. This is good. We're going to do some
Yeah.
goodies. Goodies are narratively relevant stuff. That's all. They could be, like, if we have a concept of vehicles, they could be vehicles or transportation. Generally, we don't do, like, living sentient type things as part of goodies. And so, you know, like cool items. As I mentioned, the pencil before. If you do say a pencil or a tube sock or, you know, whatever super mundane thing. Just know that that thing somehow has to be super narratively relevant, like the briefcase in Pulp Fiction, for example, right?
So it has to be narratively relevant, but we don't have to explain it, is what you're saying.
No, we certainly don't. No,
A towel.
but we can. But we can. A towel. A towel is such a good one.
I
Oh my
said
gosh.
it so many times during LTOE and nobody commented. I was so upset. This is like the 8th time I've said a towel, and this is the first time I've had a reaction. Thank you.
That's
You're
outrageous.
welcome.
It seems essential.
I'm happy to help. Yeah.
Okay.
I am here to give good reactions to good things.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. All right. How much time do we want for goodies?
3 minutes has been perfect.
3 again.
Why ruin a good thing?
Why ruin a good thing? Let's go. 3 minutes.
Oof. Let's see what else. No, I got dogs.
It's a pleasure to hear their voices.
Mm-hmm.
I saw that mudworm gruel, and I both hate and love that. Man, I've got so little ideas for this one. I'm so
I thought
sorry.
Will's last one was literally just going to be monster. I was like, oh, that's creative, Will. Way to contribute.
Some of mine aren't very creative, but I did have ideas were flowing. All right.
I had dogs and puppies barking in the background, so my brain is not working.
Yeah. No, it's good. You want to read them, Chris?
Sure. So we've got magma cord weaponry, filter masks for the time you have to go outside, an obsidian whip with a glowing thread, glowing shrooms, climbing spikes, the ridge file of destiny, the magma ladle, the nub, the tower map, staffs with glass bubbles on top with glowing fungi inside, spare fertilizer, luminescent fungi, purification stuff, seeds, mudworm gruel, obsidian axe, the monster dowser, lightning rods, the best bucket, Grand Boulder's water skin, and walking spikes. It's a good combo of stuff.
This is so much.
Yeah. Do we need to combine any of them? We just want to vote. What are we doing?
Honestly,
feel
I think
like-
we could
I
potentially
mean-
just go.
The luminescent fungi and the glowing shrooms are
Oh,
obviously
yeah.
the
That's
same
true.
thing.
Good point out. Yeah, that's a good one.
Fair. Ah. Okay. Any others?
I think that's pretty
Yeah, I think that's it.
much what we've
Okay.
got. Yeah.
Let's do the voting.
How many votes we get?
2.
2.
Two. I'm deleting
Please,
some
sir,
of my
might
stuff.
I have some more?
5. Fine.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. Go. Wait, what's the nub?
Oh, that's the tiny pencil.
Somebody better be voting for that.
All right.
Oh my goodness, we voted for so many of the same stuff.
Yeah, we did.
And so
This
few
is-
of the same stuff.
So bizarre. Okay, I
Yeah.
thought I was picking some unique ones this time. I was wrong.
All right. Magma cord weaponry. 3 votes.
Yeah.
And the shrooms, of course, 3 votes. No surprise there. The fungi. Hey, I'm a fungi. What you talking
I
about?
was waiting for it. I knew you were gonna do that.
You're welcome.
Mhm.
That's what's her name's husband. That's how he talks. Gronda's husband.
Just look, Rhonda.
Yeah, is her husband Unt, the
Yeah,
undercare and
yeah.
maintenance?
The undercare.
Yeah.
He took up cultivating mushrooms.
I got your fungi right here.
Call himself a fungi.
Yeah. All right. We got the magma ladle with 2. Do we want to list off our ones?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. The Ridge File of Destiny. I'm shocked. Okay.
I would not vote for that.
We got the Monster Dowser. The the bubble, the glowing fungi glass bubble staff thing.
Which is a
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
cool image. I love the idea of like that.
I did too. Yeah.
Yeah, the picture of like sort of a semi-translucent obsidian bubble with a fungi glowing inside. That's awesome.
Mhm. Yeah. We got the obsidian axe, the mudworm gruel, the lightning rods, and the best bucket.
Did you see chat's comment about the best bucket?
I did not. Can the bucket be carried by someone named Liza? Okay.
My goodness. We need to sort some of these.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Okay. It's difficult though, right?
It is
Okay,
difficult.
so that one didn't go. That one didn't go. Climbing spikes didn't go, right?
Mm-mm.
Okay. So we got our
Well, you have to lock it.
oh my gosh.
Man.
All right, so we got that. The magma ladle.
The nub didn't make it.
The nub didn't make it.
None of
no.
us voted for the nub.
That's
Yeah.
honestly so sad.
Sadness.
It's really terrible of us.
Tower map didn't get any.
Mm-mm.
Seeds didn't get any.
The tower
Here-
map feels like one of those like fabled items that people just talk of but have never seen.
Yeah, I can see that.
Secretly possessed by the climbers, actually.
Yeah,
They don't share with anyone.
Mm-hmm.
they use like
So-
the hobo language and they etch it into the walls as they're going, and
Oh,
nobody
yeah.
realizes that that's
So yeah, I'm this is pretty cool. Like I can see how this would turn into a really cool looking tarot card where you could put like some elements of maybe some of the goodies into it a little
I
bit. Like
forgot about that aspect of this.
you could have like maybe like a little hint of a glowing shroom somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Or you can get the lightning going and
And the bones around the base of the tower.
yeah. Yeah, some fun stuff for sure. Well, and Kris, you're gonna do the art for this?
Well, I was before I did all of this, but no, I genuinely forgot that was what we were doing here. But yes, I will be drawing the tower.
So cool. All right.
Yeah, I
Are you
think
going to
that'll be really
condense
fun.
this all down to one piece of art? That's my
Yeah, right.
curiosity.
Yeah, that's the trick there.
Mhm.
Well, you don't have to put all of it in there, but yeah, that's cool. All right. Well, hey, we did it in just about 2 hours. That's actually pretty good.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah. Do we, Kris? Thanks for joining us so much. Do you have anything you want to shout out to everybody before we end for the day?
Sure. I've got a few books on Drive-Through RPG if you want to check them out. If you like luminescent fungi, I actually have a book called 3-6 that's a bunch of little insect people that live in the shimmer, and it's a giant pink carpet of glowing fungi, and they fight like wasps and spiders and things. So that's probably
So
my favorite
cool.
game. I really enjoy that one. It's got a couple of solo choose your own adventure style adventures you can play with it and stuff too. So that's probably the best thing to shout out. But I've got a bunch of other stuff on there too. I do art for Squid Ink Games and a few other things, but I'd say 3-6 on Drive-Through RPG is probably the thing
Yeah.
that's most relevant to this particular world, actually.
Shoot me a link and I'll put it in the show notes after we
Wow.
get after it goes to VOD.
Cool.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, this
awesome.
was fun.
Very cool. Anything for you? Any parting thoughts?
Nope. My links are all in the description below. You can find my link tree. I think that's it.
Yeah, I guess technically you can find links to pretty much all of my stuff at deeplydapper.com too.
Ooh, very cool.
Very, very nice.
Fun.
And if you don't know, you can always join the Adept Icarus Discord where we kind of mess around and do stuff like this sometimes. We've created several of these realms for Vi with just the community in our Discord, just having fun. like, hey guys, want to make a world, and we did. And it was a blast. We've done that
That's
a few
awesome.
times. So yeah, join up if you'd like. We'll probably get a link to that. Well, we'll have a link to the Adept Icarus link tree, which I think one of the top links there is just join Discord. So check it out.
Cool.
And I think with that, we can probably sign off.
Hooray.
Later. Let's do the long
Bye, y'all.
awkward wave.
Long, awkward wait.